For those of you who love action and RPG games, Black Myth Wukong is here to break the paradigms. The inspiration for Black Myth Wukong comes directly from a of the most important works of Chinese literature, On a Journey to the West. Written in the 16th century, this epic tale follows the journey of Monkey King Sun Wukong, a being with powerful powers, unimaginable and a unique personality. He is known for his strength, ability to transform into different creatures, and of course, his tireless search for immortality. Hey guys, I'm the Curious Kaiser, directly from the top of Mount Huanggu, and welcome to the first video on the channel. Today we're going to talk about a game that has everything it needs to be a landmark in the gaming industry. Black Myth Wukong. If you're a fan of intense action, fascinating mythology, and breathtaking graphics, this is the video for you. Let's explore every detail of this game that promises to redefine the genre and make a mark in the hearts of gamers. Stay until the end to learn everything about Black Myth Wukong. So, without further ado, let's go. The journey to the West is not only an adventure story, but also a metaphor for the self-knowledge and spiritual growth. In Black Myth Wukong, he captures this essence, bringing it to the world of games in a way never seen before. The studio behind the game, Game Science, was founded by veteran Chinese industry developers who decided to create a game that honored its cultural heritage. By choosing Sun Wukong as the protagonist, they are not only paying homage to the rich Chinese mythology, but also presenting this culture to global audiences. And as a result, it is a game that combines tradition with innovation, delivering an experience that is at the same time familiar and surprising. The choice of this Journey to the West adaptation is ambitious, and Game Science spared no effort to ensuring that this ambition translates into a rich and immersive gaming experience. The studio's dedication to capturing the details and nuances of Chinese mythology is evident in every aspect of the game, from the character designs to the complex narrative that intertwines historical and fantastic elements. As you know, Sun Wukong is a legendary hero who has appeared in numerous adaptations, including League of Legends, the game in 2011, The Monkey King, the film in 2014, Journey to the West, the film in 2013, Enslaved Odyssey to the West in 2010, The Forbidden Kingdom in the 2008 film, Monkey in a television series from 1978 to 1980, among others. But what sets Black Myth Wukong apart is the depth with which it explores this character. This is not just an invincible hero, but a multifaceted figure with his own flaws and ambitions. The game promises to show a darker and more introspective side of Wukong, as he faces not only powerful enemies, but also your own inner demons. Now that we understand the origins of the game, let's dive into the gameplay, which is where Black Myth Wukong really shines. From the moment you take control of Sun Wukong, it's clear that this is no ordinary action RPG. Game Science has created a combat system that is as challenging as it is rewarding, with a depth that goes beyond simple hack and slash. The world of Black Myth Wukong is vast and full of life. Exploration is one of the game's pillars, with areas rich in detail, full of secrets and mysteries, waiting to be explored. Be discovered. Every location you visit, be it a dense forest or an ancient temple, is unique and has its own story to tell. The map is not just a series of beautiful scenes, but an interconnected world that encourages exploration. You never know what you'll find around the next bend. It could be a trap, a hidden treasure, or a formidable enemy. And speaking of enemies, guys, Black Myth Wukong doesn't make life easier for the player. The enemies you encounter are challenging and require strategy to defeat. Each fight is a dance between attack and defense, where timing and precision are essential. Sun Wukong has a wide range of abilities at his disposal, from quick, precise strikes to devastating magical attacks. But that's not all. Wukong can also transform into different creatures to gain advantages in combat or to access inaccessible areas. These transformations are not just aesthetic, they completely change the way you play. Have you ever stopped to imagine yourself facing a group of enemies, like a powerful demon, using your brute strength to crush them all? Or perhaps transform into a small creature to go unnoticed by them? Well guys, this is possible. The possibility of adapting your playing style to each situation is one of the most hallmarks of Black Myth Wukong. And if you made it this far, comment number Sun Wukong so we know and leave a little heart in your comment. Moving on further, Wukong's progression system is another highlight. As you progress through the game, Wukong can unlock new abilities and upgrades that make combat even more dynamic. These improvements are not just incremental, they can drastically change the way you approach game challenges. For example, you can choose to focus on hand-to-hand combat skills, or you can invest in magical powers, which allows you to control the battlefield from afar. Seriously, guys, this is simply incredible. About the game's bosses, Black Myth. Wukong's bosses are true tests of skill, and put skill into it. Blink just so you can see what will happen to you, ha 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 ha. Each boss in the game is unique, with complex attack patterns that require patience and require you to study to defeat. These encounters are epic in scale and intensity, with each victory bringing a sense of achievement that few games can achieve. And best of all, each boss defeated reveals a little more of the story and world around Wukong, encouraging you to continue exploring and facing new challenges. Now, talking about the diversity of enemies and the complexity of combat, they ensure that each encounter is unique. There is no room for repetition or monotony in Black Myth Wukong, because each battle requires adaptation and strategic thoughts, making each victory even tastier. But gameplay is only part of what makes Black Myth Wukong so special. The graphics in this game are simply out of this world, guys. Using the Unreal Engine, game science has created a world that is both stunning and terrifying. The textures, lighting, and visual effects are jaw-dropping, creating an immersive atmosphere that keeps you hooked from start to finish. Every detail, from the leaves blowing in the wind to the characters' facial expressions, has been meticulously created. To bring the world of Wukong to life, ray tracing is used to create realistic reflections and shadows, adding a depth that few games can achieve. The combat scenes are especially impressive, with each blow and spell accompanied by visual effects that make the screen vibrate with energy. Now, talking about the characters. Each character is incredibly detailed, with animations that capture the essence of each movement. Wukong in particular is a spectacle in itself. His movements are fluid and full of personality, capturing the Monkey King's agile and unpredictable nature. But it's not just the protagonists who shine. The enemies, especially the bosses, are equally impressive. Each of them has a unique design that mixes mythological elements with a touch of dark fantasy, creating creatures which are both fascinating and also frightening. Black Myth Wukong's narrative is another strong point. It's not just a straight adaptation of Journey to the West, but a reimagining that adds depth and complexity to the story. Wukong isn't just a hero seeking power. He is a character with his own flaws, insecurities, and desires. The game explores themes such as the struggle for power, the search for immortality, and the consequences of our actions, creating a narrative that is both epic and introspective. Personally, I think this is an incredible thing. The ability of games to make you reflect on life, on your actions, the way to deal with certain situations. This game makes you reflect a lot on your inner self. It's really worth playing and seeing this wonderful story up close. Along the journey, Wukong encounters numerous characters, each with their own stories and motivations. These encounters are not just side missions. Each of them is an integral part of the narrative that shapes the world around them. Wukong. Your choices during the game can influence the course of the story, leading to different endings and revealing new plot layers. So be careful with your choices, guys. One choice or action can change everything. The narrative is also enriched by cinematic cutscenes that flow perfectly with the gameplay. These scenes not only advance the story, but also deepen your connection to the characters and the world around you. The quality of the dubbing and the writing of the dialogues are worthy of a cinema production, ensuring that every moment is memorable. And for those who enjoy delving into gaming lore, Black Myth Wukong offers an abundance of secrets and hidden details that further expand the game's universe. Collectibles, ancient inscriptions, and secret encounters help paint a fuller picture of history and myth that inspired the game. For the most dedicated, Discovering all these details will be a journey as rewarding as defeating the most difficult bosses. Don't forget to comment, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and activate the bell to receive daily video notifications here on the channel. Thank you very much to all of you who stayed this far. I'm Curioso Kaiser, and see you in the next video, guys.